This is the time I ran out of diesel in the semi-truck on the freeway. I was driving on the freeway heading home already, and I knew I was low on diesel, but my gauges didn't work in the brown truck, so I kind of guessed it and just said screw it, I'm gonna keep driving. But then all of a sudden, in the middle of me being on the freeway, the truck just completely died on me, and the steering wheel became so stiff and I didn't know what was going on, so I started freaking out. So I knew I had to get off of the freeway. Luckily I was on the right shoulder, so I was able to get off right away, but I had to use all my force to get this truck off of the freeway because the steering wheel was so stiff. Luckily I was about 2 miles away from the closest Pilot truck stop, because the last thing I wanted to do is call my uncle and tell him, hey, I ran out of diesel, because he always tells me make sure you're full before you leave the yard. So I started thinking to myself, what would Joe Biden do? So I tripped and fell. I'm just kidding. I walked over to the Pilot and I got myself a 5-gallon tank of diesel, and I had to walk this 5-gallon tank that was super heavy all the way back to the truck, and it was so heavy I had to keep stopping. Once I got back to the truck, I filled it up, then I drove to the Pilot. Punished myself by using $200 of my own dollars to fill up the tank. Ever since then, I always leave the yard full.